Joining me now is my friend and award-winning journalist, Greta Van Susteren, who joins me live from Krakow, Poland. Greta, great to speak to you again, my friend. Long time. Tell us where you are and what's going on. What's your mission there?
Well, Eric, I just left the area that your prior guest talked about, which is Lviv, and I was there with Samaritan's Purse, run by Reverend Franklin Graham. They have a field hospital there, and it's right inside. It's interesting. It's in a parking garage in the basement. It's almost like inside a bomb shelter. And I've been all over the world covering wars and also field hospitals that Samaritan's Purse has had. And it's interesting because some of them have had to have blast walls because they're afraid of car bombs. This one is afraid of missile strikes, and in fact, there were 2 missile strikes, as your guest just spoke about. The night on Saturday night, and last night, 24 hours ago, there was an air raid siren. So it's a potential target, but they have built this field hospital in this parking garage, and it's a full-scale hospital, much like the one that was in Central Park for COVID. It has an emergency room, it has an operating room, it has a ward, it has an ICU, it has X-ray machines, it has everything, because so many people in Ukraine are really, as you imagine, really hurting. They're coming with all sorts of injuries, all sorts of problems like dehydration, heart, anything you can imagine. As your prior guest has noticed, has noted that, in addition to the war, this is an incredible humanitarian crisis here.
Greta, just give us a sense of Biden's trip there and how it was received in both Poland and I guess within Ukraine. If you were in Lviv, you know that there was a bombing that took place yesterday, just a few minutes before Biden took to the podium, and some say that was Putin telling the United States, "Hey, heads up, we're not backing off at all." What are your thoughts? What's the feeling from there?
What's sort of interesting, Eric, you raised that, is that in the other wars I've covered, people have been fleeing in fear. The Ukrainians, it seems very different. They are determined to fight. Now, of course, the women and children, many of them have left. The men have stayed behind, and young boys. But what you see is the incredible determination. And they talk about Putin, and there was much talk in the last 24 hours among the Ukrainians who speak English, who I spoke to, thinking that the 2 missiles Saturday night, one hit a fuel tank, was designed to send a message to President Biden, because this was, as your prior guest noticed, very close to Warsaw, where the president was. So the people here think that was meant to be a sign to the president, because so far Lviv is quite distant from Kyiv, where most of the fighting has been going on, or even farther east, where a lot of the fighting has been going on. But most Ukrainians that I spoke to thought this was a message to President Biden.
Greta, always great having you on. Always great talking to you, my friend. Please, please stay safe, and I'll see you when you get back. Greta Van Susteren, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Eric.